What's going on, everybody? It's Giunta with Trend Trading Academy. I'm here to help you trade and get paid. Guys, before we get into today's video, let me go ahead and tell you something. We got some crazy announcements coming from the channel in the next couple weeks, so I want you to stay tuned. In 2 weeks, we're going to be dropping an announcement that is going to put something in your hands that's going to help you trade like never before. 2 more weeks, so stay tuned. Make sure you watch. Click the bell so that you know when videos are coming out, because you ain't gonna wanna miss this, I promise, all right? So for today's video, we're going back to basics. I'm gonna give you the 5 things that you need in order to start trading in profit. Every Forex trader needs to watch this video to know the 5 things that they need to get started the right way, all right? So if this video brings you value, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's roll that intro.
Have faith in your mind, faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. Have faith in your mind, faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. When you trade and get paid, trade and get paid, trade and get paid, trade and get paid, trade and get paid. Oh yeah, trade and get paid, trade and get paid.
Today, we're going to talk about 5 things that every Forex trader needs in order to trade in profit. And these things are pretty easy to do, but they all take work or research or effort. Let me get something out of the way right now, right from the beginning. Forex is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not some thing that you could just throw money at and hope that it gets better. Is really something that it's going to take some effort. It's going to take you to really focus in. It's a skill set. It's a life-changing thing that can happen for you, but it's not something that comes easy, all right? Most things in life that come easy to you or that are free are not really worth anything, The truth is that everything out there holds value, and things that don't cost you anything, whether it be monetary, whether it be time, whether it be sweat equity, whether it be, just putting your efforts in research and study. If it doesn't cost you something, it's probably not worth very much. Nobody gives away anything for free, all right? And I don't mean that, we don't give away any free things or, friendship. And I'm not trying to be cliche here. I'm just talking about when it comes to advancing in life. You don't go to college for free. You don't invest in education for free. Whether it costs money, whether it costs effort, whether it costs, your time, it's costing you something. It's because it's valuable. Anything that's for free is generally not holding enough value to charge, right? Whether it be time, sweat equity, work, effort, research, or money. So if you want to be a successful Forex trader, I'm calling you to the carpet today. I'm almost putting like a mandate before you. I'm putting a challenge before you. I want you to invest. I want you to put some effort into this thing. I want you to come in here and I want you to go all in. Learn how to trade Forex. Develop the skill set. Don't rely on anybody else. These signals, these prop traders, all these different scams that are out there, these account managers, and that stuff is a bunch of scams. It's a bunch of nonsense. I haven't found anybody who has gotten a part of a signal group that looks back and says, man, that was the best thing I ever did. But I find a whole bunch of people who focused in and learned how to trade. They learned the skill set of trading, and they can look back and say, this is the best decision that I've ever made. I'm telling you guys, if you will focus in and learn this thing, it will be the best financial decision you've ever made. So let's talk about what those 5 things are that you're going to need. All right. Number 1, you need some investment capital. Look, you can't just come in here and it's not free. You can't use a demo and make money, right? You need some money to trade. Now, we've all heard the stories about somebody who came in with a $10 account and, they made $1 million in 35 seconds. It's like, come on, guys. You guys ought to know better than that. These stories, I remember when I first started trading, the company that was bringing me into trading, they were sharing these quote unquote success stories. And I look back at some of them now and I go, man, that's, if I'd have known then what I know now, it would have drove me away from Forex, not to it. But I remember them sharing a story about some military guy who came in with a $150 account or something like that, and made $90,000 in like 24 hours or something. And I'm like, here's the problem with all that. Then it sounded amazing, but now I look at that and I'm going, if he took $150 and turned it into 90 grand, if that's really true, which I don't think it is, but if it's really true, man, he was so over leveraged and so over traded. It was definitely not a good situation. That could have went the opposite way on him so easily. Most of the time, guys, the most healthy way to grow is slow. The most healthy way to grow your Forex account is slow and steady. As they say, slow and steady wins the race. So listen, you're going to need some investment capital. It's never wise to invest money that's vital to your immediate survival. What I mean by that is, if you are trading your grocery money, that's not healthy. If you're trading your mortgage money, that's not healthy. That's like somebody taking your money and just going to buy lottery tickets with it instead of paying the bills, right? I'm not telling you that you should be trading your mortgage money, your grocery money. Don't take out of your kids' money to trade. I seen a story recently where a guy was taking his daughter's Girl Scout cookie, the money she made from Girl Scout cookies, and went and gambled it all away. Like, oh my goodness, how horrible is that? I'm telling you guys, it's not wise to invest money in anything. It's not just Forex, but real estate or anything else that you're investing in. Don't invest money that you need for your immediate survival. Save up your money. If you can't afford it right now, that's okay. That doesn't stop you from learning. That doesn't stop you from trading on a demo. You can still trade a demo account. You can still learn. You can still watch videos. You can still go on YouTube. But just don't invest that money that there's risk of losing when it's vital to your family or to your immediate survival. Okay? If you're going to go hungry if you lose these trades, you probably shouldn't be trading yet. All right? So only invest money that you can afford to risk. Because listen, as much as we're going to teach you how to win and how to use proper risk management and all this kind of stuff, I'm telling you that there is risk in trading. Every single person, I don't care how good you are at trading, there is risk involved in trading. Okay? So there is risk that you lose all of your money if you don't know what you're doing, or if you do something wrong or make a mistake. So I'm telling you, it is important, it is vitally important that you have some capital to trade with, that you have a margin, that you have some money to invest into an account. All right? But don't invest money that you can't afford to risk. And, guys, look, if you come in with a $10 account, I wish you well. I really do. But the stories of those type of accounts winning and doing well are very, very few, slim to none. A $50 account, I've seen it happen. I have seen it happen. But I've seen more people come in with a $50 account and blow it than I have seen people come in with a $50 account and grow it. All right? So what would you rather do, blow it or grow it? There you go. There's your catchphrase for the week. Blow it or grow it. I'm telling you, you need a little bit of capital. And I know the first question you're going to ask is, how much money do I need? Well, every person is different. Number one, what can you afford to invest? I would rather you come in with, $1,000 and be able to just work it, than you to try to mortgage your house and put $30,000. You know what I mean? So it really comes down to what you can afford to trade. And everything should be put into perspective. When you are trading, it should be done based on a percentage. So if you're trading 1% in every trade and you come in with a $10 account, well, guys, you're trading 10 cents in every trade. You can't even do that. Like, you can only risk 1 pip. So it is almost impossible. It's impossible to not be over leveraged in a $10 account. right? So if $100 account, if you're risking 1%, you're risking $1. Now that can be done if you want to scalp. If you want to scalp trades and you're risking 10 pips or less, you can do it with a $100 account. But understand that your profit might be $2 and then $3 and then $4. And slowly but surely, you'll build that account. But it's going to take some time before you're seeing big numbers. Remember this, the more money you come in with, the more money you can risk. And that's not meaning that you're taking a bigger risk. It means that your 1% at a $1,000 account is bigger than your 1% at a $10 account. Because 1% of $10 is 10 cents. 1% of $1,000 is $10. So when I can risk $10, and now that means I am able to maneuver and use a larger lot size, I'm able to come in and actually capitalize on some movement that happens in the market. That is what is going to get me bigger profits faster. Now, it should not be about immediate fast profits. It should always be about how can I use proper risk management and have sustainable long-term growth. Okay, so that's kind of step one. You need some investment capital, and you need to make sure that you're only trading money that you can afford to risk, because you're going to be slow and steady and using a percentage-based growth process to grow your account, because I want you to grow it and not blow it. Number two, you need a good strategy. So a good strategy is something you're going to need if you plan to be successful in Forex. But guys, I want you to understand something. The quality of a strategy is not made in its level of skill set. Meaning, if you have an advanced strategy or a beginner strategy or anything like that, it's not better or worse. What can be considered successful is it's always based on its simplicity, commonality, and ease of recognition. So what I mean by that is, I can tell you that the greatest Forex traders in the world do not have strategies that have 49 steps that have to be followed and 36 indicators have to line up and convert in confluence. 9 levels of support have to be. I mean, guys, that's too much. That's too much. Okay? Either one of two things is going to happen. Either that's going to be too complicated for you to recognize when it does happen, or you may recognize it when it happens, but it won't happen very often because there's so many things that have to happen. So it won't have commonality. What I'm telling you is the great Forex traders use simple price action strategies. I'm not telling you not to use an indicator. You guys know I've talked about indicators before. I like the Vortex indicator. I think it's a very powerful thing. I like the ATR. I do like some volume-based indicators to kind of give you a gauge. But I don't think you need indicators to have a good strategy. I think what you really need is to understand price action. I think what you really need is to understand what the candlesticks are telling you, and that will take you to the next level. I think every person should, if you want to be a successful Forex trader, there's 2 books every Forex trader wants to read. Number 1 is Naked Forex, and number 2 is Trading in the Zone. Both of those books will rock your world. It will help you to understand how to trade Forex the right way. Okay, so read both of those books. But first and foremost, you need a price action strategy. You need something that you can look at on the chart and that you can very simply, quickly, and easily understand what the chart, what the candlesticks, what the patterns are telling you. Okay? Number 2, you need commonality. What that means is you need something that's going to happen sometimes, right? It's good if it's nice if you can say, oh, I can recognize when step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all happen, but they only happen once a year. You know, well, that's fine and good. I'm glad that you can see that. But if it only happens once a year, you better be able to hit a home run on that thing, because you're only going to see it once a year. You want something that's going to happen consistently. You know, we talk about breakout strategies and retest strategies. We talk about MA crossovers. We talk about, the 50 moving average, and we talk about RSI divergence. We talk about MACDs. All of those things are fine and good, and I like all of them. That's okay. If that's your strategy, do it. Okay, and use that, but use it to confirm what price action is telling you. What you really want is something that's going to happen consistently. Okay, something like the RRR strategy, and you can see that video. I'll tag it above. Go back and watch that video. My RRR strategy happens every day in the market, every single day, every day. There's not a day that goes by that you can't find a triple R entry in the market. Every single time. All right. There's not a time, not a day that goes by that you can't find a simple moving average crossover. There's not a day that goes by that you don't see divergence in the market in some way. There's not a day that goes by that you're not seeing price trend or consolidate or something like that. So you can use strategies based on what the market is doing. We need something that is going to be common so that you're able to find entries and actually get into the market and let your money work for you. Okay? If your strategy only is good but it only pops up once a year, well, it might do really well that one time, but it's not happening consistently. So it might not work. So I remember when we first started trading Forex, I remember somebody was teaching us a strategy, and they're awesome. They were just telling me what they knew at the time. But it was like, when you see this moving average cross over here, and this RSI crosses over the 50, and this MACD does this, and then the MFI does this, and then you're going to see a parabolic dot flip, and then you're going to see price going into a trend. And when you see that, then wait for the retest, and when that happens, you'll see it reject, and you'll get an engulfing candle, and then it was like, oh my goodness, that's like so much. Before, you would never see all of those things line up at one time. And when they did, yeah, sure, it was a good trade. But it was so uncommon for all of those things to go at once that it was nearly impossible to use that strategy. So what I'm telling you is not only to just find a good strategy, but to find a common strategy. An easy, simple, common strategy, and then one that is easy to recognize. Like I said, if it takes you 26 steps to recognize it, most of the time, by the time you get to step 26 and you're checking it off your list, the move's already going, right? You've already missed the mark. You want to find a trade that you can very simply go through a quick checklist, make sure it meets your criteria, and recognize it and move. You need to be able to, once you decide this is a good trade, you can't be scared. You got to get in and make it happen, all right? So number 2, you need a good strategy, a good trading strategy. Number 3, you need proper risk management. And what I mean by that is a solid strategy, trading strategy, whatever that looks like, is not enough to be successful in Forex. I've seen so many people that have focused all of their time on YouTube searching out what's the best Forex strategy. How can I do this? How can I do that? Show me a winning strategy. And all these people marketing their stuff. 85% win percentage, 90% wins, this and that. Listen, all that's fine and good, but if you're not using risk management, I don't care how much you win, you're going to blow your account. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen people come into the market, they have a strategy, they work the strategy, and eventually they blow their account because no strategy is 100%. There's no such thing as a 100% strategy. You only have, high percentage strategies, that's good, but when you lose, if you're not doing proper risk management, maybe you took a couple of wins at 1%, 1%, 3%, 1%, 2%, and then you're like all happy and you're like, all right, let's turn it up to 6%, 5%, 10%. And you take a loss and that wipes out all your wins. You need a consistent structure to your risk management. And many people have learned good strategies but still lose. So this is almost always due to poor risk management. And let me tell you this, your risk management alone should be a complete strategy in itself. All right? In order to have a proper trade plan, you need 3 strategies. You need a trading strategy, a risk management strategy, and a money management strategy. Okay? And I'll get into money management in a later video. But trading is the actual technique you're going to use. Risk management is how you protect your money, and money management is how you grow your money. Okay? And again, I want you to grow it, not blow it. So the first thing, you can't grow it until you learn how to protect it. And so you need a proper risk management strategy. Every single person needs to learn risk management before they learn a proper trading strategy. I'm telling you, you should focus on protecting your money first. Protect your money first, and then learn some masterful strategy that'll get you a higher win percentage. Because I can show you how to take a 50% win percentage, just one win, one loss. It doesn't even, not even a good percent, not even a great strategy, just an average, up and down strategy. You don't even have to be a great trader. But at 50%, I could show you how to grow your account consistently by simply having a plan of risk management. Okay? And you can watch that video above as well. So what I'm telling you guys is risk management is key to your growth. Key to your growth. Number 4, you need a good broker. Now, you say, well, man, that's kind of odd. Why, is that, I didn't think that would be one of the 5. Well, it is, because a reliable and reputable and ethical broker is very key to your success in Forex. All right. Reliable meaning they're going to be there tomorrow, number 1. So don't, look at reviews, look at how long they've been around. I can tell you one of the keys to brokers is look at how long they've been around. If they just opened up last week, I'm not putting my money with them. I need them to show some longevity. Another thing to look at is how often have they changed their name, or have they been bought out? I'm just, if you got to keep changing your brand over and over again, there's something wrong. What are you running from? I need to know, how long have you been around? Are you serving a lot of customers? And are those customers sticking with you? Because if not, you wouldn't be around anymore. So longevity tells a big part of the story. So you need a reliable, reputable, and ethical broker. All right. Spreads, fees, and commissions are all going to be a part of your calculations when you trade. So if you're taking a trade and you're looking to get 10 pips, but you have a 5 pip spread because you didn't understand that was too high of a spread to get into, well, there goes half your trade right there. Half of your trade is gone because you had to cover a spread. But guess what? Then there's a fee, depending on what time of the day you trade. If you trade at 5 p.m. and you hit a swap fee, well, man, now 6 or 7 of your pips are gone. Now you have to pay a broker commission. Now maybe another pips. And so you took 10 pips in a trade and you only cleared 1 pip in profit. Low spreads, low fees, low commissions, those things are all part of longevity. Most of your brand new brokers, they promise you low stuff, but they're really kind of hitting you on the spreads, or they say, it's a flat spread account. There are no spreads. All spreads are just one pip, flat fee, whatever. But then their fees are extremely high, So what I'm telling you is do your research on a good ECN broker, all right, and go on there and figure out what their spreads, their fees, their commissions are, and all of that's going to be part of your success in your trading, all right? Having the right broker for your specific needs. Are you a scalper? Are you a day trader? Are you a swing trader? What kind of fees and spreads? What allowances? Is there a lot of market manipulation with this broker? I've seen where, the markets for every other broker look like a trend, but then on 1 or 2 brokers or 1 broker, there's a huge spike. And why is that? Because, that one broker had to manipulate the market, right? So each of these brokers are finding liquidity in these liquidity providers, and they are essentially the boss. So really, are you higher in the broker or are you higher in the liquidity provider? So you need to go back and look at the candles, look at the broker, test them out on a demo account, and see, are these people consistent and solid, and are they reliable, or am I seeing weird things happen in the market? All right. These are all key. I know this sounds like a lot, but it's very important that you understand this stuff because it's going to help you become a successful Forex trader. I got a good video about finding the right broker. I'll tag that above and you can watch that as well. Number 5 is good mentorship and education. Now I know some of you are going to say, oh, here comes the commercial. No. What I'm telling you is this. Show me any other field out there. You want to be a real estate agent? Well, guess what? You got to go to a class. You want to be a carpenter? You got to learn. You don't just pick up a hammer and start, building. You got to learn how to do it. You want to be a plumber? You want to be anything in life. It doesn't matter what trade or what skill set or what field or area of expertise that you're going to go into. If you're going to have long-term sustainable success, you need proper education and mentoring. It doesn't matter what field it, and why would Forex be any different? I know I see the comments, oh, you don't need a Forex course. You don't need this. You don't need that. Okay, good luck with that. How many of you are actually making money? Crickets, I'll wait, because it ain't happening. That's why you see these guys, they comment, and then they disappear. I'm telling you, those who have become the greatest traders in the world did so because they learned under great traders. They came in and they learned a skill set. They focused on educating themselves to learn how to do these things the right way. And there is a lot of free education out there, and I encourage you to do that. My YouTube channel is one of them. I encourage you to get on all the YouTube channels. I encourage you to go and read all the books. Get every bit of education that you can get. But I'm telling you, at some point, you want to learn from people who are or have been where you want to be. Remember that. Always look to learn from people who are or have been where you want to be. It's always funny that you got the broke uncle sitting on the couch telling you what's good and what's bad. Man, come on, man. They're telling you that, oh, that Forex stuff is a scam while they're sitting there on the couch watching TV. Come on, man. I ain't got time to even listen to nobody like that. I only listen to people who are or have been where I'm trying to go. If you have not gotten there yourself, if you don't know how to blaze the trail to get there, well, guess what? I don't need to know what you're trying to tell me. I need to learn from people who know what it takes to make it happen. All right? So what I'm telling you and I'm encouraging you to do is find some mentorship. Find some education. Go in, all in. There's no excuse. You don't go to work for, a half hour and just expect to get a full day's pay, right? You don't go punch the clock and stay there for a half hour and expect the boss to send you your week's paycheck. You got to grind. You got to put the effort in order to get that paycheck. Well, the difference here is, yes, you're still going to grind. Yes, you're still going to, go after it and put the time and the effort in. But this thing is going to pay you forever. You're not going to rely on a paycheck. You're not going to rely on a boss that's, who just will quickly fire you as soon as something else is better, or budget cuts or downsizing or market turns or whatever. I'm telling you that Forex is going to pay you because you are now in charge of your money. And instead of your money, instead of you working for your money, you're going to make your money work for you. But that's going to happen because you learn how to do it. You can't do that without education. You can't do that without mentorship. All right? So, guys, I'm telling you, go in and get mentorship, get education. All right? This stuff is going to help you. It is going to help you. I'm going to tell you another thing I find funny. I see people I get messages on my inbox. I see people commenting on my YouTube. Jay, my business partner, he gets the same things saying, stuff like, well, look, you don't need paid education. You could just find this stuff on YouTube. Okay, cool. There's a lot of good stuff on YouTube. But I'm telling you right now, there's nothing like trading with a mentor. Number 2, I see these other same type of people that are on there saying stuff like, well, I can't afford the course. I can't afford, to sign up or something like that. And, so can you just give us a free membership? And whenever I start becoming successful, then, then I'll start paying. Man, are you kidding me right now? Imagine trying to go to real estate school and saying, guys, I can't afford real estate school, but if you'll teach me now and you'll give me certification now, when I sell my first house, I'll hit y'all back. Come on, man. Listen, at the end of the day, guess what? If you can't afford to learn, you can't afford to trade. Go back to risk management. If you can't afford to put some money into your education, some time into your education, some effort into your education, well, you shouldn't be trading anyway. If you don't have a half hour to go sit down and watch some videos, or an hour to watch some videos, man, then your job has got you locked up, or whatever you got going on has got you locked up. And until you can free up your schedule, you're going to do the same thing in trading too. If you can't afford an hour to learn, how are you going to afford an hour to trade? If you can't afford a couple $100 to invest to learn, how are you going to afford a couple $100 to invest? Right? The point is that if you can't afford to learn, you can't afford to trade. All right, guys? Education is everything. Mentorship is everything. Get with somebody that knows how to trade, really knows how to trade. Don't fall for these, Telegram scams. These cats trying to get you to send them Bitcoin. Come on, man. Y'all are smarter than that. I got people making fake Joe Giunta and Trading Get Paid accounts. There's fake Jay Wayne accounts out there, fake Team Take Profits accounts out there. Man, that's a bunch of nonsense. Right? Don't follow none of that mess. You don't need none of that mess. What you need is the real deal. You need some real education. Trade with a real group of people that are really going somewhere and really making money. All right? So, man, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Guys, I talk about it all the time. Why is all this so important? Because guess what? Invest in yourself before you invest in the market. I talk about this stuff all the time. Invest in yourself before you invest in the market. That's key to success. Just profits we're after. All that's good. But it's the development of yourself, to put yourself in a position to do whatever you want to do in life. Family, occupation, recreation, mission. That's what it comes down to. What is your why? Why are you doing this? Well, guess what? That's why it's worth it to invest in yourself. That's why it's worth it to make sure you have a good strategy. Make sure you have good risk management. Make sure you have a good broker. Make sure that you have good education. That's why all of these things are important, to make sure that you go through these steps and do these things the right way. Because if this is really worth it to you, if that why is really worth it to you, then you want to make sure you follow these steps the right way so that you can have success in the end. Why? Because your family's worth it. Your freedom's worth it. Right? Your liberty to do what you want to do is worth it. Your charity, your mission, your church, or whatever it is you do is worth it. So guys, let's close this up by saying this. Invest in yourself before you invest in the market.
All right, guys, there you have it. I hope this video brought you massive value. I know it did. These are the 5 things that every Forex trader needs if they're going to be sustainable, profitable, and be able to stay successful in the Forex market. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And listen, we do this at TTA. So if you're ready to become a student, go ahead and hit that link, trendtrading.academy. Become a student today. Let's make that money together. We dominate this market together. All right? One of the things that I told you needed was a successful strategy. So I'm going to give you one right here. Go ahead and watch this video right here, and it's going to give you a strong strategy, insane breakout strategy, and you can make consistent profits with that. All right? So for now, I hope this was a blessing. I'll see you on the next video.